Alright, so we're heading out to Clearwater Yacht Club. Looks like it's 36.4 nautical miles from dock to dock. Heading out the Manatee River towards Tampa Bay. Bridge is right here. Tampa Bay goes up to Tampa, St. Pete to the right there. We're going to go straight across out the shipping channel, hang a right, and other than maybe a couple of adjustments here, straight up to Clearwater. Alright, so we made our turn out of the shipping channel to the north. Yeah, look at that. 359. There's due north right there. Magnetic. See the Skyway way over there. There it is. A little dark behind us. But that won't be any concern of ours. It's not bad out. Oh, there's a boat up here. Let's see if we can find him on the radar. There he is right there. Actually, there's two boats up here. There's one that's green. There's two boats. So we're going to be coming close to this one here unless we move out of his way. It's green. There's a little boat we just went by. So we have a spot here on our left. It's about 3/4 of a mile out. And if you look up, a rain cloud. So that's picking up rain there. So the little storm we just passed, or I should say rain shower, not storm, right there. And then behind that is this big blob. But that's all going to be behind us. So the big blob behind us, no concern. There is a spot up here that we're going to have to deal with inland. The green spot is going away from us. That cloud right there. So just like boats, even the clouds turn red and green depending on their direction. All right, so today we're heading out of Clearwater Yacht Club. So we just came out of the yacht club here, went around the corner, and instead of going out into the Gulf, we went to the ICW, and we're heading south. And we are going to go down to Madeira Beach Marina, which is 11 miles down. Right there, right underneath this causeway bridge here. It's a drawbridge. We turn right, go in there. We're going to spend the night there. And then probably head out John's Pass tomorrow and go down the Gulf and get home. put the auto guidance on, but I'm not using it. It's just there for the route. I don't trust it as usual, but at least I won't drive past the marina and forget where I'm at. Not that I've ever done that before. Well, I just started up on plane when it said resume safe normal operation, and a manatee right in front of us just surfaced. Don't know where he went, but don't know where he is, but just when I started to get up on a plane. That's why it's nice to be up high with good visibility. All these new boats where you have to be way down inside trying to see over the bow, they never would have seen them. Or the boats that are going 50 miles an hour. An old 46 post there. This is something, I don't know if I'm going to get it on the video. That's a big either Maritimo or Riviera. It has a huge lift. It's out of the water. You can see the AC water coming out of it. Oh, that's the biggest boat lift I've ever seen, and the biggest boat. Concrete pilings. Quite the unusual Holiday Inn. Wood frame building. Got old classic boats in there. It's an old 38 Hatteras right there, Emerald Sea. Another big Hatteras sticking out down here. Can't tell what it is yet. Melbourne. Looks like an old 55. And then there's a 43 Hatteras right there. See ya. Classic boat. There's the rest of the... How do you zoom out on this thing? There we go. Now we're getting closer to the Gulf here. Just after the Holiday Inn. And there's something coming up here. JD's Docking, Food, and Drinks. Well, it looks like it's sitting on concrete. Got a little fire escape on the front there. Guess that was grandfathered into the building codes. Oh, caddies. Get around that boat. It's only about the third boat we've seen. There he is right there, coming towards us. We have a bridge here. And so right after the second bridge is where we're gonna stop. You know, I didn't touch the steering wheel from the Bradenton Yacht Club until we pulled into the
Clearwater Yacht Club. My not my auto guidance, but my route that I put on my Garmin was spot on. So now that we're heading out on the ICW, I don't really have a preset route here, I don't think. So I'm just going to use my remote control. So every time you push the left button, you go 1 degree to the left. If you press the double button here, it'll jump 5 degrees in either direction. So you can do it quickly that way. Very similar to the GNC 20. Same thing, and you press the button once to the left. You go 1 degree to the left. If you press and hold it for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, it jumps either 5 or 10 degrees. Another 46 posts right there. Alright, so we're at Madeira Beach Marina. He said to dock on the other side of the fuel dock, but I don't know what that means, so I'm going to have to call him. I think that's a 52 Hatteras. And there's a couple of boats that didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we're just heading out of Madeira Beach Municipal Marina. Spent the night there. Walked over to a nice place for lunch yesterday, and then we Ubered over the bridge to another restaurant and decided just to walk back. Wasn't too bad a walk, except for the cars going by you 1 foot away from you going 60 miles an hour. It was kind of exciting. We're going to go down around the corner and we're going to go out John's Pass. And then we'll pick up our track going south. Wish I had my camera with me yesterday. There was a CV, 2002 34 CV with a single diesel inboard, and the guy had just repowered it. It was a charter boat. He just repowered it with Yanmar diesel, 550 horsepower, and he said it cruises easily at 30 knots to 34 knots, tops out at 38 knots. And he gets 1.5 to 2 miles per gallon depending on his cruising speed, and he puts on 1,000 hours a year. His old 8.3 the original Cummins, he had 10,000 hours on it before he repowered it. So I said, oh, just out of curiosity, how much does it cost for the new Yanmar? He goes, with the gear and the installation, it was 70 grand. Ouchie. So this is John's Pass. We're going out into the Gulf. And they're supposed to, I guess the Marriott bought all those little houses back there. $1 million hotel project. And I guess it'll be good for businesses along here, but it sure will take away the character and the charm of it. Plus the rendering of the building is a typical hotel looking thing and not anything set to look like, you know, it's part of the, it doesn't fit in, in other words. So every time I press and hold the right thing, one time is 1 degree. If I press and hold it, it'll jump 5 degrees. And I always want to be very careful going under bridges in case the GPS signal drops. I'm ready to hit it on hit standby. So once we get out here, we're going to turn south. Pretty close to 180 degrees once we pick up our mark, and like I said, hopefully it won't be too bumpy. Heading out of John's Pass. Alright, so the plan will be to run this line out, pick up our line from Clearwater, and then I'll get back onto the, let the autopilot take us back from there. Boat behind us there. There's a parasail boat coming up behind us right there too. That we're still going to go out and pick up our main track. Now we got the Vega on here, AIS vessel. It's a cargo ship, 190 meters by 33 meters. Using engine called the Vega. It's a cargo ship. Came out of the port of Tampa. He has the pilot boat next to him. See the pilot boat coming in right here. There's the Vega down there. We're heading in the shipping channel into Tampa Bay now. Egmont Key is right there. Skyway Bridge is up here by my thumb. We're going to head across the bay, right up the Manatee River here. And that's Santa Maria Island right there. Egmont Key, Passage Key, Santa Maria, Longboat Key is down here. That's Longboat Pass. The autopilot will take us all the way to the entrance of the marina at the club. From when we left the club until we entered the club in Clearwater. I had the route set so good on the autopilot. I always fine-tune it a little bit. I go back and review the active captain and say, yeah, I'd like to be a little further away from that marker or whatever. Now going in the Manatee River today, there might be more boats on the river, so I may have to steer manually. So we're just heading into the Manatee River, and I see a target right there, AIS vessel. It says unknown vessel, AIS. He is going 18.4 knots. We're going 18.6.